Thunder Blows Online TV. Thunder Blows Online.
To call the former state director in person, Alhaji Abubakar Abdullahi Marado, now a member, a permanent member, Universal Basic Education Zamafara State, to share his experience of the National Population Commission to the forum.
You will bear witness that when I had the name being mentioned that Mutakari is the new federal commissioner, I congratulate some of you. It's just like a churuma. They are very patriotic about the president. They will not budge. So we are lucky, and he's level-headed. Now, you asked me to share my experience. It is a vast one, but I will just say it briefly. You know, this EAD we are about to continue. The pioneer state director that started it in the state. We demarcated 3 local government using this digital EAD. And before then, we did EAD in 2006 census, analog. We took at least 1 month, to demarcate a local government. I demarcated 6 local government, and the largest ones in the state. I demarcated Gusau, Zulmi, Maru, Bakura, Zulmi, Vendemagash, and Gumi. So, and our experience is very interesting, very interesting. We suffered a lot because of the terrain and other political issues. But now the system has been simplified. You hardly take 2 weeks to demarcate a local government because it is digital. So my experience that I would like to share with you is that please avoid a mingling with local authorities to share the result of census or demarcation or whatever. It is very dangerous. Census taking is a very sensitive issue, very politically explosive. We are lucky. It is only when you want to deceive yourself that you will disclose the number of years that you have any local person. Nobody asks you to do that. It is even illegal. So you are covered by the law that you are not supposed to announce this. Announcing it is going to be very dangerous to you and to the work we are doing. And it will stifle, it has the potential to stifle the whole exercise. Now, and then do not try to, extort, because I call this extortion, to extort anything, any favor from the local authorities. You are people, you are employers have done justice to you. The payment now is even better than what we received then. So please keep to yourself. Don't attempt to extort anything. But if you are given a favor, don't reduce it, because it's also another problem. But don't solicit for it, please. It's very important. You know my philosophy when I was the team head. We don't solicit for anything. Only some basic comfort for us. And then, most importantly, don't attempt to manipulate your work. Don't attempt to manipulate. Data is very essential. It's very important to the life of the whole country. And that's one of the bane of our problem. Crooked data, doctored data. And the source of data is from population commission. All the data you know in Nigeria, including the one we operate in the education sector, is from the National Population Commission. You are the mother of the data, you are the Bureau of Statistics. So once you give a crooked data, every planet is going to be crooked. So the success or failure of your exercise will decide the success of failure of planning endeavors. And without good planning, no development. So I implore you in the name of Allah, please don't try to manipulate anything. Do it the way. Don't say you want to increase the number of PS. You can't do it this time around. And let me warn you, wallahi, it's almost impossible. Even our own census, 2006, I did 1991 census, I did the 2006, and they're all analog. But it is difficult to manipulate data. From our own experience anyway, If you do, it's going to be recovered. It's going to be recovered and we are going to be in trouble. And it is my prayer that you do this thing successfully and in accordance with the rule. I wish to again use this opportunity to call on the Honorable Federal Commissioner on some policy issues that concern census taking in Nigeria. In the Zamafara state, we face serious problems during the 2006 census. We lack manpower, we lack everything, but it was about own patriotism. We, make sure that the Zamafara state has counted properly. Now, when the 2006 census finished, we were ahead of Kebbi State, though they have more local government than us. And now, with current growth rates, we have one of the highest growth rates in the country. It's above average, the Nigerian average. We have 3.0% growth rate. So we are now ahead of Sokoto because of our high growth rate. So please don't be unpatriotic. Try to be patriotic. Make sure that whatever is due to us, we get it. But don't manipulate things. Please, you are not doing justice to us. You are not doing anything good to us to try to manipulate this and to increase ES, not just finally, but be patriotic. Keep to your listen. Wallahi, if you do it, with diligence, with sincerity, we don't even know how it will happen. God will assist you. I did my last census in Bakura because I feel they are posting me in Buso. I refuse. They posted me in Baru. I refuse. And told me, I'm going. But what I want to do is because I want to go to Bakura. That was my home, second home. So that's where I grew up. My father, that was the last post of my father. That's Alkali Court. That's why he died. So I grew up in Kaduna, in Bakura. So I did census in Bakura with all diligence. And the only incentive I have, and it is the one I cherish throughout my life. Honorable Commissioner, the Emir, and all notaries in Bakura used to come to me every morning for a briefing. Wallahi, here is the Honorable Commissioner, is my witness. And before I disperse them to, just like they are enumerators. They come with give them census back and all the materials that are required. Every morning is for census period. So, and every morning, anyone will come and say, Marathon, we are grateful. That's why it's good to have sort of word. And at the end of the whole exercise, we lifted the position of Bakura from second to the last to, about 2% upwards. If up to now, if I go to Bakura, people will see me as if I'm a councillor there or a member representing Bakura. Because of the sincerity purpose. That's what I did with Gada. So wherever you want, if you want to make, become notary, please do it sincerely. Allah will assist you. And on policy issues, I would like the Honorable Commissioner to suggest during the board meeting to make data crime an offense punishable under EFCC. Because that is the only way that we can, financial crime is the same as data crime, isn't it? Because in fact, data crime is even worse than financial crime.
Of course.
So let it be made an offense punishable under EFCC Act, please. That is one. And then let us try to change the perception of our people, because I understand the problem of census acceptance and acceptability is a problem of perception. Let me give you two examples to buttress this point. There's a misperception between people from the north and the south. The south have the misperception that since the north mostly is a desert area, there shouldn't be more people. And we have the feeling that the local government, the states are very close together, and the local government are tiny so. But personally, my mind was abused by this misperception when I traveled to Wales for the first time during our retreats with former chairman, right from what do you call this state? This state after Obi, go south. Edo, yes, thank you. Edo. Right from Edo, Delta, Anambra, out to Imo, there's one single trophy as pure university. But come to see people, there are very high concentration of people all along the road. In the forest area, there's no, you can only see the boundary by signboard, but it's all built up areas. So I cannot understand why we have the perception that since they are a very small area, land area, but there are so many people, in that area. There's a very high concentration of people. So from that time, my man gets that this perception is wrong. And then on our own part, I did census in Gada in 1991. There's one area called Clear. It's a district. Most of the houses in the district were made of stock. Corn stock, this kara. And the roofs are thatched with mud huts. So a compound was visited by enumerators. And they came out with a number of people almost to the level of lower threshold of BA in one household. So the supervisor, they posted Imo people to gather them. All of them were from Imo State. He was protesting. How can there be in one compound? We requested the head of household to allow him to enter. He said, no problem. So when he entered, he met, this is the patriarch, the grand man. This is his children, with all their wives. One has 4 wives, one has 3 wives, and his great-grandchildren. They are all married. So even before we finish, going through the listen, he was convinced that yes, all this house you are seeing, there are so many people inside. So I wish the commission will, educate people before any census. Let them take opinion leaders from each section of the country to visit the other section, to see for themselves. But if you see this number, don't be surprised. Okay? Then finally, the issue of population management. The high population is not a problem. It's even a blessing, but it has to be out of poverty within a year. 700 million, not 700,000, 700 million people out of poverty. And it's the most populous country in the world. So I wish that we had certain efforts during our time with population management department. But the efforts are not enough. So I wish that the commission will now make it a matter of policy to educate people. The main problem is inordinate marriages, especially in the north. Marriage and divorce. So they are producing children that don't get up. So let us be careful about this demography. Finally, I wish to thank the Honorable Commissioner for giving me this opportunity and present the chairman of the commission, of the board, and to say thank you to all of you. The chairman is unavoidably absent. I wanted to be here in person. There is a synergy between a necessary synergy that benefits the two of us. Without you, we will not survive. We will have no data to make plan for our children. So he is assured of his goodwill and the goodwill of all the board members and the staff of the commission. I wish you a very successful event and a successful implementation. Thank you very much.
During his tenure in office, in person, Alhaji Aliyu Galadima, who is the former director of the commission at the national headquarters, is now a community interface assistant. He's representing his committee here.
And distinguished supervisors and demarcators, Assalamu alaikum. 2 minutes will not be enough for me, so I will just summarize on the roles I'm expected to play during this EAD. My name is Aliyu Galadima Halilu Kawara Namoda. I serve the commission in different posts and different ranks. I was state director in Kebbi, Sokoto, Zamafara, Borno, and Adama. And finally, I was appointed as the Director of VRD Headquarters and retired in September 2018. But I'm coming back to you as an ad hoc staff to serve as community interface assistant. Coincidentally, I started working with the commission as an ad hoc staff in 1973. 47 years ago, I served as an enumerator. And I retired as a director in the headquarters. And now coming back as an ad hoc staff. Basically, my roles are to liaise between you and the technical crew in the course of the training. If there is any difficulty understanding any concept or process, I will now explain in local language so that you can understand, go to the field and do a proper work and make the commissioner, Zamafara State and the commission very happy. Secondly, I am to liaise between the management of the commission in Zamafara and the communities so that your entry into the communities will be very easy and successful. As a matter of fact, if we had met before and organized, the flag off ceremony would have been bigger than this, but we still have another opportunity. I'm going to work with the commissioner and the management of the commission to organize a very effective stakeholder meetings in the 2 local government areas. If the commission has money, we can bring them here. If the commission has no money, we organize it in the 2 local government areas so that we meet with them. The Honorable Commissioner will explain to them the importance of census and the EAD, the importance of those activities in their life and in their development. So we are going to organize stakeholders meeting in Anka and Zamafara before you finish your training. So basically, these are going to be my roles during this EAD phase 11. There will be more phases to complete the other local government areas. I think there are going to be about 17 phases to complete the remaining local governments in Nigeria. I congratulate you for being demarcators for the National Population Commission for the EAD phase 11. It is a rare privilege and honor. You cannot do census without EAD. If you do that, it will be futile and it will fail. In 1973, there was no EAD as it is today. States had divisional areas of administration. And therefore, the best the commission could do was to organize census geography. So census functionaries were taken to areas according to divisional areas. And they went and populated, enumerated the people. I served as an enumerator in Kaura division. So after the enumeration, after the census, there were counter claims that NOS has counted trees, houses, animals, and so on. There are also counter claims that the southern part of Nigeria inflated their population. At the end of the day, because there was no proper EAD, the commission could not defend itself, and the census was suspended. And government went back to the 1963 census, and they were using it until 1991. In 1991, the commission improved and did EAD with sketch maps. You will all get to know about this during the course of the training, so I'm just summarizing. The commission introduced sketch maps. Sketch maps were done freehand, so they were not accurate. At the end of the day, we had so many large enumeration areas, and there were counter claims and problems. You inflated here, you added animals here, you counted houses, and so on. But finally, the federal government accepted the census. In 2006, there was much improvement. We now use maps that are drawn according to scale. So the commission was introducing science and technology into the activity. Even with that, there were problems with the census figures. So now the commission has improved and introduced digital technology. If you do census, you must count people in buildings. So if you cannot produce those buildings, you cannot produce the pictures of those buildings, and the name of the people occupying those buildings, you cannot prove yourself. But with this modern technology, all the buildings will be shown. All the names of the households will be there. All landmarks will be there. And all the occupants of those buildings will be there. Addresses and their other information will be there. So the commission will be able to defend itself. But if you go out and do a shady job, the commission will fail. The commission will be taken to the court or to the tribunal, and there will be a lot of litigation. Since it is digital time or digital era, anybody can take you up and prove that what you did was wrong. So it is very, very important you listen attentively and understand this training. If you cannot do it, the commission will not hesitate in dismissing you and look for somebody who can do it. So it is a privilege for you to be here as demarcators. Please use this opportunity to do a very good job for Zamfara State and for the commission. So in brief, this is what I have to say. I will say more during the course of the training. Thank you very much, and God bless you.
Who is also a former principal College of Health Sciences, Abe, Malan Muhammad Idris. My brother, the former State Director, MPC, Zamfara State, and presently a permanent member, Subeb, representing the chairman, Subeb, Zamfara State, the former director in charge of Sokoto, KB, Zamfara, and also a director at national level, at National Population Headquarters, Abuja. My eldest guest, that is the technical crew from Abuja, who are to educate you on enumeration area demarcation. Members of the press, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, let me use this opportunity to greet in Islamic way of greeting. That is to say, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. Meaning my peace and blessing of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala be upon all of us here. Mine is to read a speech by my chairman, that is the chairman, National Population Commission, Abuja. So if I say I didn't mean myself, it is the chairman whom I am representing here. I am pleased to welcome you, distinguished ladies and gentlemen of the press, to this press briefing on the commencement of the 11th of the Enumeration Area Demarcation (EAD) exercise of the National Population Commission. As you may be aware, a total of 250 local government has been successfully demarcated across the 36 states and FCT in the previous 10 phases. This 11th phase will commence on the 9th of December 2020 and the end on the 20th of January 2021, inclusive of training and promote. The training of trainees and other technical officers for the EAD has just been completed in Akwanga, Nasarawa State, where the state training for demarcators will kick off nationwide today. That is the 9th day of December 2020. Planning for census is anchored on the EAD as the basis of estimating both the human and material resources required for the census. In essence, the success of credible and accurate census depends very much on the quality and reliability of the area enumeration area demarcation. It is however necessary to state ambiguously that the EAD exercise is not enumeration of fast and living in the country. Its outcome is no way the determinant of the population of any locality, local government area, or state. The EAD is simply a preparatory activity before the actual census enumerators, and it should not be equal with the census. In addition to being the foundation for the census, the national sample frame for the country is created for the EAD. The sample frame derived from the EAD is the one that is used by all the data collecting organizations, including MDS and research institutions. Furthermore, the frame is also used by the international agencies, including the IIF and the World Bank, to monitor the economic and financial performance of the country. In addition to being the sources of the national sample frame, there are several other deliverables from the ongoing EAD. Some of them include up-to-date list of household buildings, socio-economic infrastructure facilities, and their geo-reference distribution across localities, wards, local government and state. The information from those outputs are useful for development planning and efficient distribution of infrastructure facilities and provision of socio-economic services. The Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, is also into a special arrangement with National Population Commission, NPC, in which the National Population Commission is assessing INEC to create digitalized map of INEC restriction areas. Was for the first time as part of the EAD. It is expected that the output of this collaborative effort was possibly in fact future elections. Aside providing information, Ombudsman for security surveillance, as well as the crime detection, prevention of facts regarding household distribution, obstacle for the EAD can be used to create the advanced effect of the emerging COVID-19 pandemic through a more systematic contact tracing and distribution of palliatives. It is important to state that latest technology is being deployed for this EAD exercise, including the use of very high resolution satellites, imaginaries at the base map, the use of global processing system, GPS, for geo-reference, and the use of geographic information system, GIS, for data management, also personal data assistant, handheld devices, tablets, that include a computer software for population estimate, are being used for data capture. In addition to enhancing speed, accuracy, and efficiency, the EAD pad, which is a software development by the Commission, will virtually eliminate the use of paper in the process, which is more. The new EAD pad has also facilitated the introduction of a portal that will serve as a dashboard to host and monitor the entire EAD process online, real-time, nationwide. In order to boost the community mobilization and enlargement effort to the Commission and clear objectives to get people at the grassroots to take ownership of this very important national project, the Commission has taken a step further to engage some freshly retired but not tired staff of the Commission to community interface assistant CIS. Their job entails essentially associating activities to the field functionaries. They are to interface between the Commission and the communities as well as other stakeholders. They will bring their experiences to bear and assuring there is cooperation between the field officers and the respondent for the RANCO, pre-AAD and other census-related activities. The 63 retired officers who come from across the states of the Federation have also included in their training and orientation at Akwanga, Nasarawa State. Let me restate that the Commission is determined to deliver a country, a population and house census that will stand the test of time. We shall continue to explore all the means to avoid pitfalls of the past. To this end, we solicit the support of all Nigerians as we embark on what is obviously going to be massive enumeration area demarcation activities across the nation. We also call on the state governors, security agencies, traditional rulers, and community leaders to provide security, logistic support, and conducive atmosphere for our functionaries to perform to their optimum. We thank our friends in the media for this particular cooperation on activities and ask you to even do more. The Commission is aware of the need for the press to report accurately all our activities as they unfold for this reason. We have resolved to take you in batches to the field to observe firsthand the use of the latest technology in the vocation activities and report your findings fairly. I believe that collectively we shall deliver to our fatherland qualitative data for effective national planning and development. Thank you very much. And wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Now the program has come to an end for this session. Let me call Abdullahi Abubakar Gusau, the controller of Gusau local government.
Enumeration area allocation. They will do it in English too. If you don't understand, the directors are there to explain much more to you in Hausa. Please pay attention. Switch off your handsets. Put it in your pocket. Listen to them attentively for you to be able to understand very well. So that when you went to the field, when you go to the field, you will apply all what you learn here in the field. You may not be lucky to meet with them at the field to ask more questions. So please give them more attention. And whatever you didn't understand, after the lessons, ask your friends. They will elaborate more for you in your own language for you to be able to understand what you are going to do. The purpose is for you to understand the work. When you understand the work, it's going to be very easy. It's not like before. Well, like what my brother has said. Before it was analog. You do everything on paper. You draw your lines on paper, you write it there and everything there. Now they are going to supply with a template. It's just like a computer software, which you are going to do it. So try to understand the software. It's just like a handset. It will be easy for you to manipulate. So pay attention to this expert, listen to them attentively. You will learn much more. And the process will help you not only in the area of vacation, in your future life endurance. So please pay attention. Thank you very much.
Thunder Blows Online TV. Thunder Blows Online.